All right, let's jump right in. The snow is falling, school's out, and you've got a whole day to fill. We're going to take that day from potentially chaotic to absolutely brilliant.
You know the feeling, right? The snow day is here, and you're thinking, okay, now what's the plan? That initial excitement can wear off pretty fast, and suddenly you need a game plan to keep everyone happy and, not bouncing off the walls.
Well, that's exactly where we come in. We're not talking about just surviving the day. Nope. Think of this as your secret weapon to make this snow day legendary, the kind they'll be talking about for weeks. And hey, don't just take my word for it. These ideas are backed by an expert, Dr. Melinda Bossenmeyer. She's actually known as the recess doctor. And she makes a great point. A little snow doesn't mean you're stuck inside. With the right gear, the snow isn't the problem, it's the playground. So let's start there, outside.
Okay, first up, let's talk about reinventing some outdoor classics. We're taking those games you already know and love and giving them a fresh, snowy twist.
It's amazing how just a few simple tweaks can totally change the game. So instead of regular tag, how about footprint tag? The rule is you can only step in someone else's footprints. It adds this whole new layer of strategy. And forget about setting up cones for soccer. Just draw your goals right in the snow. And tug of war? Oh man, try doing that when you're slipping and sliding. It's a whole new challenge for your balance and strength.
And honestly, the possibilities are endless. You could do a snow version of Follow the Leader where everyone has to step in the exact same tracks. Winter freeze tag? I mean, it's perfect for the theme, right? You can even draw a hopscotch board right there in the snow or play a round of Snowy Simon Says with commands like, Simon says make a snow angel.
All right, so we've got the high-energy stuff covered. Now let's switch gears and get a little more creative. It's time to build, design, and really use our imaginations.
Okay, this one is a fantastic group project. It's called the Snowball Centipede Contest. You get different groups or classrooms to build the longest centipede they can using snowballs that are all about the same size. It's this awesome, collaborative race against the clock to see who can make the longest creature.
Now, this next one takes a little bit of prep, but trust me, the payoff is huge. Ready for it? A milk carton igloo. It sounds super ambitious, I know, but it's actually pretty straightforward. You just fill up empty milk cartons with water, stick them outside to freeze solid, and boom, you've got your very own ice blocks to build a fort or a mini igloo.
And if you want some other quick, creative ideas, try stomping out a walkable snow labyrinth in the yard. Or draw a giant tic-tac-toe board and use stuff like bottle caps for the pieces. Oh, and here's a fun one. Hide some colorful plastic eggs or toys for a snow treasure hunt. Just maybe count how many you hide before you start.
All right, moving on to our next section, simple, snowy competitions. These are for when you want some fast, low-prep fun that gets everyone's competitive spirit going.
And this one is just a classic, right? The Great Snowball Roll. Get into pairs and just start rolling. The challenge is to see who can roll the biggest snowball before it gets literally too heavy to push anymore. It's such a great test of teamwork.
Want to do a solo version? Just add a time limit. Imagine this. Who can roll the biggest snowball in just 5 minutes? It's a mad dash.
Looking for more quick contests? You could try a snowman hat toss, see who can land a hat on the snowman's head. Or lay out some hula hoops and use them as targets for a snowball throwing competition. And you have to try the long jump. The landing is so soft, it's a blast to see who can fly the farthest.
Okay, now for something a little different. This is a traditional game that's all about balance, focus, and teamwork. It's super unique and has its roots with the Eskimos. So here's how you play. Everybody stands in a really tight circle with their hands out, palms facing up. The leader puts a small snowball in their hands, and then you gently tilt your hands to roll the ball to the person next to you. You try to pass it all the way around the circle. It takes so much focus, and the game is over as soon as that little snowball either falls or melts. But sometimes it's just way too cold to be outside. We've all been there. So what's the plan B? Let's talk about some cozy indoor alternatives for when you need to warm up. First, for burning off all that pent-up energy. You can never go wrong with a dance party, right? Just crank up the music. Or you could do follow the leader exercises, an indoor treasure hunt, or my personal favorite, paper skating. You just put pieces of paper under your feet and slide around a smooth floor. It is hilarious, trust me.
And then, for when it's time to quiet things down a bit, you've got the tried and true classics. Break out the board games and puzzles. Snuggle up and read some winter-themed stories. You could even have a special recess movie marathon, or set up a simple craft station to keep everyone busy.
And speaking of crafts, making paper snowflakes is an absolute must. It's so simple, but so cool. You just start with a square piece of paper, fold it into a triangle, fold it again, and then start cutting little shapes along the edges. When you unfold it, you get this totally unique, beautiful design. Every single one is different.
So, as we start to wrap this up, the big takeaway here is this. A snow day is a real opportunity, not an obstacle. It's a chance to play and create in ways you just can't on a normal day.
And now, you've got a whole playbook ready to go. From giving old games a new twist, to building epic snow creations, and even having a great indoor backup plan, you are totally set to make the day memorable.
So really, there's only one question left to ask. With all these new ideas, how are you going to reclaim the snow day?